One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good evening, Tour of Attacks. Make some noise, please. As I said before, my name's The Warrior Tales. My first name's James. I do poetry, rap, hip hop, drum and bass MCing. For those of you that were here last time, I think you would have hopefully remembered my poem about a cowboy. I'm going to try and share a little bit of a story arc here with some pieces that I've written over the spread of the years, which I go back to, given everything that's going on in the world, have become more poignant. So this collation of poems tonight is going to be called Time Traveller. They say the revolution will not be televised, but oh, to be the oldest on this earth and still the most wise, still the youngest at heart. Too many distractions in this life might lead me away from the path of my passions to the point that I'll regret my past actions. Oh, to be an infinite infant, unlimited innocence and omnipotence. The revolution wouldn't be on television, it'd be a sound system with me spitting. I'm a man on a mission trying to carry on tradition, carry God's transmissions, follow my ambitions whilst riding all of these rhythms, pointing poignant thoughts with such precision in this big master design of coincidence. I like to call these thoughts the Warrior Tales, part fact, part fiction. Thank you. So the first little story I'm going to tell you, it's a short story, it's called Uprising. We witnessed the disembowelment of a rice farmer committing seppuku after his village has been pillaged, wife raped, children sliced and diced. No need for it all at all, yet still more swords and pitchforks clash, but this too shall pass. A ninja, all in black, sneaks up out of the fields of grass. He picks up fire in a flash, Kung Fu and Wing Chun, the wise words of a monk, mixed with a little bit of Eastern funk. This kid's either going to die or he's going to dive off a cliff and go for a dunk. Swim to the shore and head for the hills. More bodies slain, more blood spilled. Yet life and limb he risks it still, all for the gore and all for the tyranny. He practices martial arts, he practices calligraphy. He builds a school, he builds a dynasty. He trades a horse, he drinks some tea. Sitting with Silk Road highwaymen, bartering, gambling, still trading away, praying that he gets to see at least one more day. But come what may, always comes equipped. Live life by the sword, because you'll die if it stays on your hip. There goes the warrior, here in the far east he is a foreigner, a follower of Taoism on his way to Shaolin, trying to teach the kings and slaves spiritual empowerment with a sentiment that our hours can be far better spent. Thank you. So this next piece is called Haircut, and I believe I wrote this approximately age 21 when I first attempted an open mic. I wrote it on that open mic night. There was only one other guy performing. I think we only had one audience who didn't come to that place for the open mic either. This is called Haircut. I've just got my new haircut. I'm jaw-headed up, I'm heading to war, I'm prepared as fuck. I'm about to jump out of a chin-up. My superior is telling me to keep my chin up. We're looking at the ground getting lit up. I hold my breath, but I ain't got the hiccups. And I tell myself that the tight feeling in my stomach is from all the sit-ups. I pull out my wallet and I have a look at the folded page 3 pin-up. Put 2 hands on my neck where the clippers tickled my neck and brought that fade in a little less. And I think to myself, I've trained for this. I've got blisters on my feet and cramp in my legs. Yes, I signed up for respect, but now I know that I've signed up for my potential death. As we drop into this beautiful country and we tear it to shreds, now I'm scared as fuck. I've landed on the ground, now towards the sky I stare up and I take a moment to pray for the ones that I love, because 10 feet away, I'm seeing innocent kids blown up. I'm staring at guts, body parts cut up, picking legs and arms up. I've already been told in war death is fair enough, but souls are starting to fly away like the flares that are going up. And some just end up in the wheelchairs getting pushed. The idea that it would be fun has come undone. The decision to pick up that gun was dumb. Half the unit's crying out for their mum and the other half's just numb. But everyone's asking the same question: why did we even come? Because now I'm heading out of this trench with this overwhelming stench of blood, sweat, tears, shit, piss, death. Because as I go up and over the barbed wire fence, never to return to these tents, what was once the greenest grass is now nothing more than a field of ash. Thank you. Okay, I've got a couple more. We will finish on a lighter note.
Why?
Not yet. Terrible it is, so many terrorists out there with a death wish, but they could be with therapists, or at the very least out there getting pissed. Because yes, we all get pissed off at elites that are getting rich, and yet it seems we're all beyond the precipice of ever putting an end to this. The butterfly and the snowball are in full effect in this, and I can see where the devil is. Hatred breeds more hatred. All I see is eye from an eye for everyone that's passing by, but the only eye is in the sky, so we can either get by or get high before we die. We look to our governments to prevent crimes and dish punishments, but those thoughts are redundant. Blaming him, blaming her, blaming them. We all just need to be a little bit more responsible as adult women and men, especially when we get hit with the next big event. What will you do? Hide or get to the front line and pitch your tent? Preach peace as treatment, because we're all brainwashed from the insane shit we watch. Media on the left and media on the right. All we see is what's left at the end of the night. What will you do tomorrow to make it right? Take a life now, just wake up and take life in your stride. Thank you. Right, this is the last big one, and then I've got a very short, sweet one to end on. This one's called Serendipity. All of our vibrations echo in eternity. The rules and ramifications that by some capacity were almost certainly predetermined to be. I don't know whether to cry or laugh at the absurdity, because a curse and a gift this is. I'm on the border between order and chaos. It's such a spectrum of differences. I can switch dimensions in an instant, but I always seem to come back to where this one is. Asking myself who, why and how, I guess this is what my existence is. Every single one of us here, we're given this, a life so serendipitous. But who could have predicted this? Something in this life has got me suspicious, and I do not believe it's a big concoction of coincidences. Whether you're an atheist or religious, superstitious or think it's all fictitious, miracles are around us for us all to witness. Every incident has its own significance, and if only we could be ubiquitous. Cosmic impossibilities with infinite possibilities, yet only one outcome. How come? What were those chances? Who could imagine this? Fate is just as certain as your past is. What a paradox that is. Every one of your actions has an equal and opposite reaction. As one thing leads to another, a series of fortunate events is unravelling. As this world spins around on its axis, every now and again disaster strikes. They say that's life, but what's the response? Free will, but our future predictions fuel our decisions. The power of now is upon one. Sometimes I can't ignore signs of divine interventions that otherwise will be passing me by somewhere on the far side of the divide that I can't quite find the words to describe. I am settled in for this ride, trying not to let my pride cloud my judgment. Open mind, third eyesight. I can't fathom any other reason that I write. I'm just a note of God's orchestra playing at night, keeping the rhythm until we see the morning light of the next sunrise. Thank you. This is called Footprints. Even for every one step, I see two sets. I know that's something you don't all get yet. It's because you are carried by someone you have not yet met. Thank you. Good night.
Coming back, that's great. Thanks. Brilliant. Just 1 second.
I cried.